Hey, welcome back to the series that we've been doing on Red's Taylor's version. I've been going track by track to see if I can find a deeper meaning within each of the songs. Today we're on track 13, which is titled The Lucky One, so let's just get started.
Fortune and fame, and the camera flashes make it look like a dream. You had it figured out since you were in school. Everybody loves pretty, everybody loves cool. So overnight, you look like a 60s queen.
First of all, I really like the drums of this song. And it seems like it's going to be giving us more of a story, and I really like those types of songs. So let's read what the first verse said. It says, new to town with a made-up name in the angel's city, chasing fortune and fame, and the cameras flashing, making look like a dream. You had it figured out since you were in school. Everybody loves pretty, everybody loves cool. So overnight, you look like a 60s queen. First things first, Angel City is definitely Los Angeles. Made-up name, maybe that's kind of referring to a stage name. And I only say that because the lyric video had like old-time looking Hollywood. So it's kind of making me think of, like stage names that people have, like Lady Gaga or Queen or Prince, like not real names. And then cameras flashing, making it look like a dream. I don't really have a lot of thoughts about that other than when you say look like a dream, maybe that's trying to set up saying that it's not actually what it's cracked up to be or something. And then overnight you look like a 60s queen. I don't know. I could not name one 60s queen. Don't really know. So let's just keep listening.
Another name goes up in lights, like diamonds in the sky.
I also think this is the first lyric video that's ever had like her face in it, or first one that I've watched that has her in it.
And they'll tell you now you're the lucky one. Yeah, they'll tell you now you're the lucky one. But can you tell me now you're the lucky one? Oh, oh, oh.
Okay, so the chorus said, another name goes up in lights like diamonds in the sky, and they'll tell you now you're the lucky one. They'll tell you now that you're the lucky one, but can you tell me now that you're the lucky one? That's kind of making me think that she has new perspective on what it's like maybe being a celebrity. Whenever you rise to fame, you had it figured out since you were a kid. This is what you were going to do. You're the one in the million that actually made that happen, and you're saying that everyone kind of told you that it's amazing and it's everything that you've ever dreamed of, and it probably is, but at the same time, maybe you don't feel as lucky in your situation, which I'm wondering if she's going to go deeper into that, because on its surface, I'm sure most people would say, I don't care what kind of situation you're going in, you're living a life better than most, but let's just keep listening.
Now it's big black cars and Riviera views, and your lover in the foyer doesn't even know you. Secrets end up splashed on the news front page, and they tell you that you're lucky, but you're so confused, 'cause you don't feel pretty, you just feel used, and all the young things line up to take your place.
I really enjoyed the lyrics of that verse, so let me read it. Now it says, now it's big black cars and Riviera views, and your lover in the foyer doesn't even know you, and your secrets end up splashed on the news front page, and they tell you that you're lucky, but you're so confused because you don't feel pretty, you just feel used, and all the young things line up to take your place. Lover in the foyer doesn't even know you kind of makes me think of the idea of PR relationships, where maybe you're with another celebrity to boost your career. I'm not really sure if Taylor Swift has really had any of those, because it seems like the people she writes songs about seem like real relationships, so I don't know if that applies to her, but that's kind of the first thought I got. And then your secrets end up splashed on the news front page. That definitely has to be with like paparazzi culture, which I wonder how people in her position, or people that have been celebrities for a long time now, because I feel like paparazzi culture doesn't really exist. Like, I know Twitter and like things still get spread around, but I feel like they don't get scrutinized as a celebrity as much as you used to. Because I remember going to like grocery stores and you could not see something about like that lady from Friends or like Britney Spears. Like you would see how awful they were to celebrities kind of back then. In the part that says, and you don't feel pretty, you just feel used, and all the young things line up to take your place. I'm not sure if it had the perspective that we have now, but I wonder if that was kind of alluding to. I know this predates the Masters thing, but maybe not feeling like you had control in your music contract or just like your place in the music industry. Because I'm sure as a new artist, you didn't have a lot of pull. People aren't believing in you as much as they probably do now. Yeah. And since looking into the Masters things, I've learned that a lot of it came from a contract that she signed really, really young and maybe didn't understand the terms of it. And maybe with that last line, it's kind of saying that you're replaceable. You're not the mega superstar that you are today. So maybe at this time it was like, if you don't do exactly what you're meant to do in this space, you can easily be replaced. And I'm sure that comes with a lot of pressure.
Another name goes up in lights. You wonder if you'll make it out alive. And they tell you now you're the lucky one. Yeah, they tell you now you're the lucky one. Can you tell me now you're the lucky one? Oh, oh, It was a few years later I showed up here, and they still tell the legend of how you disappeared, how you took the money and your dignity and got the hell out. They say you bought a bunch of land somewhere, chose the Rose Garden over Madison Square, and it took some time, but I understand it now.
All right. So let's read the lyrics to the bridge. So the bridge says, it was a few years later I showed up here, and they still tell the legend about how you disappeared, how you took the money and your dignity and got the hell out. They say you bought a bunch of land somewhere, chose the Rose Garden over Madison Square, and it took some time now, but I understand it now. I don't know if this was in addition to the Red Taylor version, because I feel like this is very relevant to her right now, considering the newer music that she puts out with like the Lakes, and how she kind of alludes to the fact that maybe she's ready for that quieter life, or maybe not being so much in the public eye. And she's kind of maybe saying that she had a mentor or someone that she maybe looks up to in the music industry did exactly that. And she's looking back at it and say, you know, maybe I didn't understand this when I was, I don't know, 20, trying to make it big. But now that you're a global phenomenon, you're ready to say like, okay, I've done or accomplished everything that I've wanted to do, and now it's time to maybe take a step back and enjoy the rest of your life, and also leave room for new and up and coming artists to have their moment. So I think that's a really cool, like full circle moment for her.
'Cause now my name is up in lights, but I think you got it right. Let me tell you now you're the lucky one. Let me tell you now you're the lucky one. Let me tell you now you're the lucky one. Oh, 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 yeah, they'll tell you now you're the lucky one. Yeah, they'll tell you now you're the lucky one. Let me tell you now you're the lucky one. Oh, 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 oh,
All right, so that was the end of the Lucky One. I feel like we're on a really good streak with the tracks, at least in my opinion. This was another highlight of the album for me. I think I'm starting to realize that my favorite songs from this album are the ones that are maybe tackling other ideas other than like just that one relationship that's kind of had its hand in most of the songs. And I think genuinely every song that I've heard has been objectively pretty good, other than Stay, Stay, Stay. But I really do like it when she explores other concepts, which is something I really appreciate in her newer music with like Folklore and even Midnights. I feel like it did that. And now I feel like we're starting to get some of that with Red's Taylor's version. So I'm excited to see where that can go. But thanks for watching.